Hi, my name's Lorena Sadie. I'm the founder and managing attorney here at Sadie Law Group. I wanted to do a quick video about getting your case confirmed, and now that your case has been confirmed, what do you do? So first of all, if you get your Chapter 13 bankruptcy case confirmed, congratulations. Chapter 13 cases can be very stressful. There's a lot of back and forth. We're stalking you for documents. We need this, we need that, we need you to sign this. Here's what we have to do with this and that. So it can be very stressful. And we try to minimize that. We try to keep our clients, not going crazy. But I understand, especially if you've never filed a bankruptcy before, it's a lot. And you're trying to work and you're also trying to get us all these documents, comply with what the trustee is asking for. So there's a lot that goes into it. So once your case is confirmed, awesome. That's great. Now that your case has been confirmed though, let's go over things you need to be aware of and things you need to be monitoring until you're done with your case. So, first of all, your case has been confirmed. You've probably been looking at lots and lots of pages and documents. You need to make sure you know what percentage plan you're in. So that means, are you paying back 100% of your debt? Are you paying back 10%? Are you paying back 0%? So you need to know that. It's important to know that because if you're somebody that you're paying everybody back in full, you could get out of bankruptcy anytime you wanted to. If you get a big settlement, whatnot, you want to pay your case off, cool, you can do that. You can get out of bankruptcy anytime you want if you're paying everybody back in full. Now, most of my clients are not in that situation. They are in a situation where they're either paying a little bit back or maybe they're paying 50% back, but they're in what we call a composition plan. You're not paying everybody back. So these folks, if you're in that category, which most of my clients are, you need to understand, are you in a plan where you could get out in 36 months? Or if you have to stay in your case for 60 months. And where you'll see that is on your plan, you will see, it'll say ACP. It's the applicable commitment period. The ACP, that's what that means. Either you'll see 36 months or 60 months. If it says 36 months, it means that if you were to pay all the payments you were required to pay, because you've got like a minimum amount you have to pay. If you were able to pay that in 36 months, you could just get out of bankruptcy at 36 months. Now, if you are in a 60-month ACP, it means that you will be staying in bankruptcy for 5 years, period. The only way you don't stay in bankruptcy for 5 years is if you offer to pay everybody back in full. Most of my clients are like, cool, I'm going to hang out for 5 years, save myself some money. But just understand that's what that means. And anytime, I can't stress this enough, if my clients, they don't understand or they're confused, schedule a call. Schedule a call and let's go through it. Everybody in my office, including myself, my calendar is on the website. I absolutely hate it when someone says, oh, I couldn't get in touch with anybody. Really? Because you have my email. You also have everybody in the office calendar online. I literally set every day, print out my calendar, so-and-so and so schedule calls, boom, boom, boom. Call them, go through whatever questions they have. So don't be that person. If you have a question, get on my calendar. It's online, super easy. Now, let's also talk about when you have your plan, you also need to understand, once your case is confirmed, what your obligations are going to be going forward. Now, for most folks, the only obligation you're going to have is going to be, you have to provide a copy of your tax return every year. So every year you file your tax return and you are going to send it to my office. For us, we make it easy. If you go to your Chapter 13 client portal, which is on the website, super easy. Same place where our calendars are. Go to the website. There's a big sign on that page that says submit tax return to the office. All you have to do is upload it, put your information in. We got it from there. We're going to get it to your trustee. Okay. So for most people, that's the only thing they have to do. Now that your case has been confirmed, make sure that you understand your plan. So there may be a provision, which is called a step provision. And let me explain what that is. If you look on your plan, you may see that your payment is going to jump up. It's going to step. The reason for most people that you're going to have a step is you probably have a debt that you're paying directly right now, but that debt is going to expire. You're going to pay it off before you get out of your case. And the way the law works is, oh, you paid off your 401k loan. Oh, your spouse paid off their car loan. there's this extra money now in the case, and your payment can step up because that money, you can shift that money to now paying off your creditors. We've probably told you this when we're going through the confirmation process, reviewing plans, but I understand it's a lot of information going everywhere. If that's the case, I always tell folks maybe 2 months before you see that step is going to go up, because that means you're going to be obligated to, you need to make sure if money's coming out of your paycheck, make sure that your EDO goes up, because I see a lot of times that employers don't implement it. And at the end of the day, it's on you to make sure that your payment is correct every month. So make sure you're watching your pay stubs, that you see that step. And if you don't, let us know and we'll step in. The other thing though is sometimes folks, they start their case and they have that step, but then something happens. They could have a child, their spouse could have a decrease in income. They could have some expenses go up to where we can do a plan modification, and maybe your payment doesn't have to step up, but we have to do a plan modification. So if you're somebody that you have a step provision, you're either going to need to ensure that payment steps up, that you're going to be making that payment every month, or if you feel like your budget has changed and maybe, your payment should stay the same, that's fine. Schedule a call with us and we'll review it to see if we can do a plan modification. So there are options. The other thing also you want to remember is you may be somebody that you get bonuses. And if you get bonuses, that is considered disposable income. Yes, I know that's a lovely name, but that's what we call it here in bankruptcy land. Disposable income. So if you see on your plan, it'll be at the bottom of your plan under special provisions, there may be a provision that says if you get bonuses, you're supposed to take those bonuses and put them into your case to pay your trustee so they can pay your creditors. If something comes up and you're going to get a bonus, but maybe you need new tires, maybe your kid needs braces, there's lots of reasons why you may need to use either all of that bonus or some of that bonus. If that happens, that's fine, but we need to do a motion to request it, and that's called a motion to incur debt. Now, the one thing I like to really impress, at least on our clients, is this. We've been doing this for a very long time, okay? I've been doing this, scary how long I've been doing this, over 20 years. And I have on my website, in your client portal, literally videos and a form for all these different motions, so that if you have something come up, we can step in, we can help, but you have to utilize that. So please make sure, now that your case has been confirmed, if you have something come up in your case, let us know. Most of the time, believe it or not, it's usually fixable, but let us know. Don't wait on the back end. Do not make assumptions either. Another big one for folks, if you inherit anything after your case is confirmed, that is an asset of the estate. You gotta let us know. Just recently had a lady that inherited property, didn't tell anybody, sold it, and she got in a lot of trouble for that. So don't be that person. Make sure if you have a situation like that arise, just talk to us, ask us. And I always tell folks, it's what you're paying us for. So don't just get your case confirmed and then run away. And if something happens, you don't let us know until things have gotten really bad. Make sure that you're communicating with us and letting us know, what's going on. Also, if you move, if you change emails, if you change phone numbers, gotta let us know. My psychic abilities are really not that great. And so I don't know that your email doesn't work anymore unless I get a kickback. I don't know that you moved unless you tell us, or that you change phone numbers. So we need to know all of this. There are things, we may have a situation where we need to reach out to you. Most of the time, most people don't change their email, but some folks do. So we have to be able to get in touch with you. So don't forget, we want you to be able to, now that the case is approved, you go on with your life, whatever. You just have a couple things you're doing every month. Great. But if something comes up, we want to be able to get in touch with you. So don't forget to keep us updated on that. Again, congrats. Getting a case confirmed is not easy, and it can take months, and it can be stressful. So getting a case confirmed is amazing, and you should be proud of yourself. And now we don't want to waste all that hard work. We want to make sure that you get the benefit of your bankruptcy discharge. If you have any questions about your case, you want to look at other options, or maybe something comes up, there's a problem, whatever comes up, do not hesitate to reach out to us. That is why we are here. And like I mentioned earlier, the entire staff, our calendars are online. You can book literally with anybody from my office online. So take advantage of that if you have a question. If anything comes up, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I really hope you found this useful.